got Aphrodite on my back. That's Alyx. That's Lisbeth trying to go up my pants. Aphrodite! That's Sadie trying to jump off of my back to hop over the fence because she is by far the smartest ferret I have ever encountered. She is the only of my ferrets who will jump, like, actually get on her paws and, like, try to jump over the fences. And, like, when we named her Aphrodite because I had an aphrodisiac oil bottle and she kept grabbing it and running off with it. And, like, I took it from her, like, 3 times, and then I asked my ex, like, okay, can you go get it from her? And he went to go get it from her, and this was the first time we ever had a ferret, so our apartment wasn't really ferret-proofed at the time, because we weren't really experienced yet. And I guess she found a battery, and she put the aphrodisiac oil down and picked up the battery, and tried to give my ex-boyfriend the battery, like, tried to trade it for the aphrodisiac oil. They're crawling all over my legs. So we named her Aphrodite. Nuh-uh, baby. This is Alyx. She's the youngest. I adopted her from a girl who took her from some homeless guy who was feeding her cat food. But she's better now. She just needs to be handled more. Lisbeth and Darkseid. Darkseid is, I think 6 years old now, maybe 7. I adopted Darkseid and Lisbeth together. They were from the same person. She was starting to go to college and she didn't have time for them anymore. You're so fuzzy. You're a fuzzy. And this is Lisbeth. She was by far the most primal of the ferrets I've ever had. She's the only one, hi Alyx, who likes to eat like egg yolks. Like you're supposed to be able to feed them egg yolks, but not egg whites. And but none of the other ferrets were interested in the egg yolks when I brought them. But Alyx ate them. Oh my goodness, you guys, what are you doing? How did you even? But Alyx eats the egg yolks, and she also she used to bite a lot when I first adopted her. She would bite toes, but she doesn't bite anymore. My old apartment, we just ended up rigging up the entire apartment so they could run around the whole place. We put like a fence in the kitchen to keep them out of the kitchen because they would go under the oven. So we built a fence there so they couldn't get in, and then they could just kind of run around the apartment. At my new place now, we have the walk-in closet rigged up with a fence because I don't really believe in keeping them in a cage, especially because there are so many of them. So they can kind of run around the walk-in closet. And they have a litter box, but none of them really use it. They just kind of traditionally go in corners, which is a fair thing. Darkseid, when I first adopted them, he knew to use the litter box in the cage. Like, we had like little litter boxes hooked up on the sides of the cages. And he knew how to use it. But none of the other ferrets would use it. And so he kind of figured, like, why the fuck am I doing this? And so he kind of stopped using it. But it's not a big deal. Especially we have, like, this plastic mat in the closet. So... And I ended up getting a new apartment without any carpets because everybody knows they like to dig. But these are the fuzzies.